Alright, yeah guys and girls, welcome back to another video with me, Anthony Kenneth Bishop, on my YouTube channel. And it is right now Thursday the 23rd of August 2018. It's just gone 1 minute past midnight, so it's Thursday now. And just wanted to do some gaming. By the looks at it, oh that's good, that's coming through the book. Right, so I just want to do some videos on games at the moment, 360 games. Games that I bought so far yesterday from CEX store on the 22nd, which would have been Wednesday the 22nd of August 2018. Now I did some searching around because I'm trying to get some classic games. I'm hoping that the Microsoft or Xbox people ends up putting them on the backwards compatible list, because some of the games I actually haven't played at all yet. So let's have a look. Some games, probably not that great games, but I would like to actually start playing them because absolutely fantastic. Now I haven't played, but we're going to show you this first. Games that I haven't played yet, and that's why I bought them first. So we haven't played The Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, I've got an Xbox 360, but I've got that very tucked away. But I've got the slim version, so I might end up getting another one as well. Get another slim so I can just install the games and then play them. And maybe do some gameplay videos for you on YouTube, guys and girls. With a capture card. I've got to probably get a new one because the one I've got is Ava Media. And the quality is not up to standards to what I want it to. I'm hoping to try and get a 4K version and then upscale some of these games into 4K for my channel, because I want to do some better quality videos for you guys and girls out there. I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S6 phone at the moment. Very good quality, very standard. You can see really good, very good pixels on there. Like they're almost instantaneous. You can't really see. I mean, you can't really see the pixels because they're brilliant. The camera's good. So this I got from CEX store yesterday. Only works on the Xbox 360 software, unless they actually get an emulator, a 360 emulator on the PC at some point. Maybe Microsoft can actually build one themselves. Makes it more easier, so people got those, they can play those on the PC and you can tweak it and all that. I know you can do it on the Xbox One, a lot of games, but it'd be fantastic if Microsoft came up with their own emulator to play 360 games on Windows 10. That would be awesome. Just plug the disc into the drive and just play it from the disc, from the drive. You don't even need the 360 or the Xbox One. Just plug that in. Because I'm actually finding a lot of games now from the 360 games a lot better, because they either have single player and also you can play them offline as well. But some of the games on the Xbox One you can't play offline. There's always some sort of stipulation where you got to play it offline, but you have to have it online. So any single player games, it's connected or intuited with the Xbox One, and it's online only. Like The Crew 2 actually, that's a good example for it. The Crew 2, you must actually stay online to play the single player. Whether you're playing single player or multiplayer, it doesn't matter. You still have to have access to that internet to download those patches, or just to be online itself, because it's an online pretty much multiplayer game. But it's a fantastic game, and I was thinking whether Microsoft, or actually Ubisoft, the ones behind the Crew games, whether they could actually bring out a patch later on so you can play those games offline. The DRM is absolutely terrible. I don't like DRM stuff because it just messes up a whole load of games. That's why Good Old Games actually makes all the games so you don't have to have like the DRM shit attached to it. So if you go to Good Old Games or GOG on the actual website, you can sign that and you can download the games and play them offline, which is fantastic, guys and girls. I do recommend it. But that's for PC games. I'm talking about 360 games or Xbox One games. Anyway, so yeah, I bought this yesterday. Not bad price, but I haven't played the second one either. And also I want to try and get some of the original Xbox original games with the Spider-Man collection, because I've got the new Spider-Man game coming out for the PS4, and I've got the PS4 Pro, so it's going to be fantastic, and that is actually going to be awesome, because you're going to be able to play it in 4K. I don't know whether that's coming out this year or next year or whatever they're doing. I think it's supposed to be coming out in October or September or something, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the game actually does well. But I'm not going to play it until I played some of these games first, the older ones. So in this one, you got Spidey's back in Manhattan with the return of free roaming, web slinging action, perform acrobat attacks and stealth maneuvers with the brand new web rush combat and navigation system. Uncover the rest of Peter Parker's untold story in the original epilogue to the film. So this is actually based on the films or the actual movies of the Spider-Man series of The Amazing Spider-Man. And this one is Marvel. So I'm going to actually got into a cup of coffee in a minute, or hot chocolate in a minute. But now we're back in a second, guys and girls. Alright, guys and girls. So yeah, so we've got Spider-Man. I'm thinking about getting the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which would be absolutely fantastic for my collection. Gonna have a look around. I think Spider-Man 2 is a little more expensive. This one costs £8, so that's not too bad for a bargain on that. Especially an old game and stuff. And then I think there's a lot of actually 360 games. I think there's one like Spider-Man Dimension, where there's multiverse versions of the same Spider-Man but from different universes, or the multiverse I should say, or actually Marvelverse versions of Spider-Man. Then I've got the Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive collection right here, guys and girls. The Ultimate Collection, an epic collection of over 40 gaming classics. But if you go with the PC version, there's over 150 different games, I believe, on there. And I think there might be a lot here missing anyway. So we've got Sonic Pinball. You've got Kid Chameleon. You've got Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2 and 3. Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3. Echo the Dolphin 1 and 2. Shining Force 1 and 2. Golden Axe 1, 2 and 3. And then you've got Sonic Knuckles, Fantasy Star 2 and 3 and 4. And Alex the Kid, Shinobi 3. Columns, Altered Beast, Sonic Spinball, and Kid Chameleon, Vector Man, and other great titles, all on the 360. And there's a little picture on there. This actually came with the book and the disc. So that's the book and the disc there, which is awesome. And we have a great game, Aliens Colonel Marines. Absolutely brilliant. After the events of the landmark Alien trilogy, the Colonel Marines are sent on a rescue. So basically, this continues after the Alien trilogy. So Aliens trilogy, I think that's the one that was on the PlayStation 1, if I remember rightly. So I believe this was just like afterwards. The Colonel Marines are sent on a rescue mission to the planet LV-426, caught between the lost dangerous alien species in the universe and the ruthless Wayland Yutani Corporation. The hunters become the hunted. You've got the campaign plus competitive mode, but most of the games now for the 360 are going all offline anyway, so they're taking the servers off. What's this? Weedle, smart guns, motion trackers, and flamethrowers in the Ultimate Aliens first-person shooters. Seamless and cinematic solo and full player drop-in, drop-out co-op. So they do have co-op, so you can play offline and all that kind of stuff. And apparently you get like Ripley's flamethrower, extra Marines, customer. I did have this before. I think I've got this somewhere upstairs as well, so I might have another copy of that. But that only actually cost £1, so that was actually a bargain. And if you open the case there, you get the booklet with it, plus you get the actual main disc, which actually looks quite cool. I'm just collecting these at the moment, these games, because that's what collectors do when they're collecting games. otherwise it wouldn't be collectors. So yeah, there we go. Also, I've got the first Battlefield, and I believe I've got Battlefield Bad Company 2 somewhere, but I bought this, not bad price, 50p guys and girls. I love the Battlefield games. I want to try and get, I think it was the 1945 or 1942 or something. There's like an oldish game before, I think it was like sort of where you're looking up, looking down, and you're using aircrafts and all that kind of stuff. You can squad it. They got single player on this. This is what I actually like about DICE and EA. They make some great, fantastic games, and they actually have campaign solo campaigns on this. So you can play them offline, and it's absolutely amazing. If you haven't guys played this, I'm not too sure if they've got this on backwards compatible list. I think they have. I think they got the first one. I know they got the first one, but I'm not too sure about the second one, the second game here. And I believe they've actually, I think they might have, because they've actually got Battlefield 3 on backwards compatible list as well. So they've got to have this one on there as well. I'm going to have a look and check through, because I haven't seen the updates for the latest updates yet. So I'll check those out, and I'll do another video for that at some point. Another great, actually I think I showed that already, but inside the case you get the disc and the Battlefield Bad Company 2 booklet and the disc, so that's not too bad. 007 Legends. Now this is one of my favourite games. I wish they'd bring this out on backwards compatible list, plus a load of other games like Everything and Nothing from the original Xbox, and also I think it was 007 Nightfire and 007 Agent Under Fire. I would like Microsoft to bring those out for the original Xbox, because it'd be fantastic. Also Buffy the Vampire Slayer, plus Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds would just be fantastic collection, because I've already got those in my collection upstairs. But yeah, James Bond, you play as from Die Another Day on Her Majesty's Secret Service. You got Moonraker on it. You got even Goldfinger, guys and girls. The original classics. Sean Connery. You got Roger Moore in there. You've got Pierce Brosnan, and then you've got Daniel Craig on the front cover there. But I believe he was in all of them, in the all the games of the film versions, because they did a remake. I don't think they were putting the original classic characters in there, but I think they got Objob and all that kind of stuff. But I wish they'd bring that out on the backwards list. Oh, I beg Microsoft to do that. I think they would need Activision and whoever owns the license to the James Bond games at the moment. So that would be like Metro Golden Mayer, I suppose, and all that kind of stuff. So there would be a lot of licensing issues at the moment. I suppose that's why they don't do it. Anyway, that's the disc and the actual book. Doesn't really seem much. Seems thin actually, kind of thin for the book. Yeah, but still good, very good. £2.50 guys and girls from CEX store. Can't actually complain about that. Another great game with Daniel Craig. This was the remake version, which I actually found was absolutely flipping terrible. The original was by Rare Games, I think, or Rare Studios, something like that, along the side, along the lines of that. Refined, recharged, and reloaded. The Bond adventure that began it all returns. Now, for the original game, you cannot diss the original N64 version of GoldenEye. Trust me, guys and girls, fantastic game. I wish Nintendo would bring that out for the Switch, or maybe another console version of it, or maybe in the sort of virtual consoles. That would be awesome. Or maybe Xbox can bring it out as a standalone game, full on, and I would purchase it and buy it if Rare came out and said, look, we're going to do the original GoldenEye. And actually that would actually mess over Activision, because I think they've got the licensing to do with the James Bond. I think we need another James Bond game very soon. If we don't get another James Bond game, oh, it's going to be a sad day. Oh, it's going to be a cold day in hell, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say in that film, the Batman films. Absolute film. Brilliant film that is, Batman. Anyway, this GoldenEye, I'd say it's a good game. It's a good shoot 'em up game. If you like shoot 'em up games, I definitely recommend it. As a James Bond fan myself, it's good. It's got Daniel Craig in it. It's got Jaws in it. You have a fight with him. I believe it was on the train cart or something like along the lines of that. But it's supposed to be some parts are taken from the original movie, but they've done it a little bit different in the actual game. And I find, to be honest, the original films are fantastic. The original game's fantastic on the N64. But I feel this is like, it feels like a different game. It feels like a different video log, or actually a different game log from a whole different generation of games. This is for a newer generation of gamers out there entirely. If you're a big Bond fan, I would definitely still recommend it because it's just fantastic and you'll enjoy it. It's got some great moments, it's got some great explosions, some great weapons you can use in there. I believe it's got the golden gun in there as well. Where you can actually have the golden PP7, I think it was. It says, the adventure that began, it all returns. Now this is fantastic. Yeah, might have to come back to this and start playing it. But yeah, you get the golden eye, and you get the disc with it, and the booklet. So that's cool. I like booklets. I'm fantastic. I love booklets. Now I'm almost finished. Just trying to get quickly through here because I'm running out of time on my thing. Anyway, got Borderlands, the Game of the Year edition. Now they've got this for £3. If you don't like Borderlands, the first original game, it's fantastic. There wasn't really much of a story on it. It was just you going around beating the shit out of bosses and all that kind of stuff, but it's fantastic. It's got great gameplay on it. It's got some funny moments in there as well with Claptrap, I think his name is. And yeah, they've just brought him from the original game into Borderlands 2, and I think he came into number 3, or not technically number 3, it's the pre-sequel, they called it. Zombie Island of Dr. Ned. You've got Mad Mox's Underdome Riots. You've got the Secret Army of General Knox. Claptrap's New Robot Revolutions. That's all on the discs of the game disc. So you just basically, and I believe as well, I'm not too sure if this is backwards compatible. I don't think it, I think it might be, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, another game I haven't actually played. I've never played any of the Flat Out Ultimate games at all, or Flat Out games. So I picked this up, and my mum got this one for me today, actually, well yesterday on the 22nd, for £3. So that's pretty damn cheap, because I'm collecting some of these games, because they come in handy when I'm bored as shit. But at the moment I'm doing a lot of videos here, so I'm kind of occupying myself to do all these, and I'm pushing myself to the utmost limit, just to pull more content out there. Anyway, the Flat Out Ultimate Carnage takes destruction to a new level of bone-breaking carnage. Huge number of races, styles to suit every mood, career racing, completing progressively tougher championships, working your way through 3 classics to become the ultimate Flat Out champion. Single player? Fantastic. Single player. Love companies that actually implement single player, hopefully offline, but single player with 12 drivers in a choice of 48 cars on 39 tracks in 6 different environments, 8,000 objects to destroy per track. Fantastic. Arcade racing, deathmatch, destruction derbies. I remember Destruction Derby actually on the original PlayStation, and also 4x4 I think it was called. The other games, there was a couple of racing games back then actually. Destruction Derby and all that kind of stuff. Up to 8 players simultaneous live play, including races, derby, stunts, plus all new deathmatch derbies and the exclusive head-on race mode. Maximum fun, maximum chaos, and all eyeball-searing high definition Flat Out Ultimate Carnage in his Xbox 360's most extreme destruction racer ever made. Or yes, and single player. Players 1, online multiplayer 2 to 8, but I doubt they'll have it online. But that costs £3. That doesn't actually come with the book. That's a shame. Actually, that's a shame. But and the disc's upside down there. There we go. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm almost coming to the last two, but before we do come to the last two, there's a fantastic game. I played this a while back. Tim Schaffer game. I think that's how you pronounce it, Schaffer or Skyfer. Jack Black is Eddie Riggs from The Road to Rock God. There we go. Brutal Legend. You play as this rock star guy who's, I presume, gets kicked out of hell. You got Ozzy Osbourne in it as well. Cameos by rock gods Ozzy Osbourne, Rob Halford, Lemmy as well, and more. Lead metal minions on a world tour of destruction. Vanquish foes with axe and electrified guitar. Survive the online battle of the band's deathmatch. Enter a metal themed universe featuring an epic soundtrack. So they've got some, and this is done by EA, guys and girls. Actually, I hope they bring this to the Xbox One as a backwards compatible list game, and also have it so it's in 4K. Because with EA, they've been literally with Skate 3, they've actually done it so you can actually play in 4K, I believe HDR as well, so they've upped the resolution and the performances, but you can choose between performance and resolution and all that, or higher quality and all that, quality and frame rate or performance. So it's pretty cool. So you get the booklet with it and the actual disc, so that's pretty cool. And actually that's upside down as well, and it says Xbox Live on that, so that's awesome. And just coming to the last two. Now, I don't know which one to do because I don't know which one's in which order. Actually, I'll do both of them. We have here Combat 6, or Ace Combat 6, Fires of Liberation. Now, Namco, I believe, is it Namco? Yeah, I think it's Namco. I know, Bandai Namco, yes, I was first right. So this one, we'll do this one, Ace Combat Assault Horizon. Now I believe this one came just afterwards, after number 6, I'm not too sure, but I could be right and I could be wrong. Just let us know in the comments below. Intensity at maximum velocity, excitement at an altitudinal high, adrenaline rushing at the speed of sound. This is Ace Combat Assault Horizon, the blockbuster new shooter set to revolutionize air combat, make metal bleed. Story by New York Times best-selling military author Jim DeFelice. New aircraft, fighters, helicopters, bombers, gunships, and more. Oh my god, so you can actually ride helicopters in this. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, so Take to the Skies, online co-op, 16 multiplayer, 8 versus 8 aircraft customizations, new close range assault system delivers epic in your face combat. Oh my god. Not bad price, $150. So I thought I'd get these just in case. Now, what's this? Game soundtrack. Oh, so it comes with the soundtrack as well, guys and girls. Oh, that's awesome. There's the... Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's just the disc comes with the CD. It says top secret things on it, so that's cool. Ace Combat Assault Horizon plus the disc right there. That's awesome. So actually, what we'll do, put that in there. Trying to look for some special editions. Well, I want to get the original Ace Combat. I believe that's on PlayStation 1. Let us know in the comments if it is, but I believe it's on PS1 because I remember they used to have them on PlayStation. That's where it originally started, on PlayStation, to us, before Xbox, I think it was. So this is Ace Combat 6 Fires of Liberation. Experience war zones in photorealistic detail. Prove your supremacy global in multiplayer online modes. Choose your tactical path in a massive scale living battlefield. command aerial, naval and ground combat units, pilot authentic licensed combat aircraft, and experience the intense drama of battlefields. Actually, I hope when Ace Combat 7 comes out, and I believe that's next year in January, I hope they bring helicopters in it. It'd be fantastic, guys and girls. Anyway, I'm going to finish off here. Just before I do go, there's the disc and the book there, guys and girls. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do like, favourite, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode, guys and girls. So this is just some of my games I've been showing on here. And yeah, if you like these sort of like classic game videos of some of the games on here, do subscribe for that. Anyway, cheers for watching and stay safe all.